Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crooked Smile podcast brought to you by Macromedia. Today we have on Gianni's brother, Julius Kane.
Very special guest. It's a family affair today. We talk about Saltburn. We talk about Lewis Hamilton joining Ferrari in a little special segment called Julius's Sports News. And we just have a chat about what's going on in the world of pop culture.
A few segments that have been asked for have come back.
Much loved segments. Rhymes with smear of the leak.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
Well, clearly we got desperate this week, scraping the bottom of the barrel. But Julius, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Julius, welcome. Camera boy Rob's on hiatus this week,
Yes.
so we've dragged in Gianni's brother, Julius.
Someone had to bring their brother in. So
Yeah.
I guess it had
Bring
to
your
be
brother
me.
to work today.
It is literally bring your brother to work. No, we had a big guest cancel. We won't say who, but their name rhymes with Jiggy Tourist.
No, the name rhymes with Margot Dobby.
Their name rhymes with Bua Jeeper.
The name rhymes with Babom Bames.
The name rhymes with Nay Gobbett Soppenheimer.
Oh, okay.
I think he's dead, mate. But yeah.
Oh, thanks, Julius.
Just like Gandhi.
All right, Julia, what would you like to say to the masses that listen to our podcast?
It's a pleasure to be on here.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Julius.
Shut up! Sunday Thoughts!
Jesus.
Okay, so lots of these Sunday Thoughts recently are stemming from conversations I'm having at work or at parties or whatever. But this one scared me. This one shook me to my core. So I was talking about 21st season, which we're in at the moment, at work yesterday. And then we did some thinking and I said, 21st season, having a great time, And they were like, oh, you got to enjoy it because you know what the next celebrations are, right? And I said, what, like 25th, 30th? And she said, weddings.
Wedding season.
Wedding season.
Wedding singer season.
Now, does that not scare you a little bit that after 21st season, the most likely group of celebrations will be weddings?
I'd love to watch you get married.
Yeah, but that's scary.
I wouldn't.
Julius.
You'd have to find someone first to
Yeah,
marry,
exactly. And that's part of the issue.
Oh.
So
Wow,
if
that's
friends
deep.
start getting married in 5 years' time, 6 years' time.
Who are you going to marry, Julius?
Yeah, Julius. Introduce yourself, Julius. Say,
You're gonna shut me down again.
no, I won't. Oh, this time, I promise.
I don't need. I don't need no introduction, mate.
I'm just
depressed.
Julius,
Julius, you
possibly going to be the worst or the greatest episode
Julius,
ever on this podcast.
You have 10 seconds to introduce yourself now. Go. Say
I'm
some cool
Julius Kane, 6'1", coming in at I don't know my weight. I am a commerce student at UWA, like most Scotch kids. And yeah, that's it.
Fascinating. Well, we're going to ask you some rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire
Right,
questions.
let's get into
So you
it.
don't have to think too much about what you're going to say. You just got to respond.
I'm all ears, mate. Come on.
Okay, so Julius, this is a question on everyone's minds.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. We don't have camera boy Rob. I got to hit the music. Sorry about that.
Jeez, it's intense.
Johnny's firing today. He's woken up with
Julius,
a bit of energy.
why does our cat Pepe hate you so much? Don't think, just answer.
Rapid fire. Go.
I am too mean to it. I don't feed it.
Is it
I once hit
because-
it with a baseball bat.
No, that was our last cat. Is it because is it because Pepe knows that you used
I'm
to hit our last cat with the baseball?
Yeah, maybe it's like a telepathic thing with the
Would you rather
cats.
Would you rather have a hamster-sized dog or a dog-sized hamster?
Dog-sized hamster.
Who is your favorite brother?
My cat. Peppy.
No.
Yes.
No.
Not you.
Dolphins or llamas? One has to go extinct. Which one is it?
Oh, llamas. They're annoying as hell. I don't like llamas.
Who would play you in a movie?
play me in a movie? I reckon John Hamm.
Wow, that's
He's a good
actually
actor.
Great shout.
What's your favourite movie?
My favourite movie.
Saltburn.
has to be the B movie. Like, it's such a
Well, there's the
great
segue
movie.
gone.
Oh, well, we lost our segue. What's another good movie that you watched
All right,
recently?
That you really wanted to come on
That
our
you
podcast.
really
and
wanted
talk
to talk about.
Okay, it's called Saltburn, guys.
Oh, ever heard
So,
of it?
So yeah, I was just gonna have a quick chat about it.
Okay.
Basically, what it was out a few months ago, and it's
For
a
the
very,
audience
it's very,
that doesn't know, why don't you give a bit of a
I don't want to
synopsis?
spoil it too much, but all right. So it's basically about a kid called Ollie who starts at a college, and he starts like kind of stalking this like quite popular kid, quite rich kid called Felix, played by Jacob Elordi, Australian actor. And basically he lies to Felix like the whole time, saying he's really poor, and he basically makes himself seem like he's come from a really bad background. You know, his parents are like pretty much dead and don't treat him well. And basically Felix feels bad for him, so he invites him to his estate, which is obviously means his family's very rich. And basically Ollie single-handedly takes over the estate by killing all the family members.
Spoiler alert.
Yep,
Didn't
I'm
wanna spoil it,
I'm
but
just
he's
gonna
now
go.
spoiled it.
I'm gonna go all in. So yeah,
No, but
And
what are the key events that happened?
the key
that
events.
Saltburn is known
Let the
for?
man speak.
I don't think it was that weird of a movie. I don't know about you guys. What do you
That's a
think?
huge call from what I've
What
heard
do you
happens
think?
in that movie.
What? What are you talking about, Julius?
What do you think was weird? I thought it was perfectly normal.
What about the grave scene or the bathtub scene?
Oh, when he was
Or the blood scene.
when he was humping a grave.
Yeah, what's wrong?
I think it's like a national sport in Sweden or something. So like, I don't know, it's not that weird. You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And what fascinated you so much about this movie? Like, you really wanted to come and talk about it. Did you like it? Do you have any questions that?
I just thought it was fascinating. It was
Yeah.
a good twist at the end, and I just wanted to see everyone's perspective on it. You know, 'cause,
What did you think about Jacob Elordi in the movie?
So hot, bro. So hot. No, he was actually quite good. Like he's played like Americans, British people, Australians. He's actually quite a good actor, but he's definitely, I can definitely hear his accent becoming more American when I watch like a YouTube video, which is a shame, but you know, it happens to a lot of famous Australians who live in America. Ben Simmons is another example.
Yeah, but he don't. We disown Ben.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he's a bit
had
of a
that
flog, isn't he?
I love
Yeah.
Josh Giddey though.
Interesting. Let's not go there. Hey?
So Saltburn out of 10, what would you say?
I'd say 8.5
Yeah.
out of 10.
And the best 3 scenes from Saltburn. What are your 3 favorite scenes?
I
'Cause you
reckon.
didn't find it weird at all.
I reckon the vampire scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was a bit odd, but the vampire scene, I'd say probably the final scene where he's dancing naked to murder on the dance floor.
yeah.
In the house.
Great song
Yeah.
Great song.
Great
Barry
song.
Keoghan-
It's your go-to, isn't it,
Yeah.
Campbell?
for my squat PR.
Yeah, exactly.
Barry Keoghan didn't hold back in that movie.
No,
did he?
mate, he did not. And the other scene I'd say is probably the scene where he's in the maze, and he like murders Felix in the maze. Yeah.
Wow, massive
interesting.
spoilers.
Well, it's too late now.
Okay, so go watch Saltburn, everyone, according
Yeah.
to Julius's
I
recommendation.
think most people would have. It's pretty popular.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few plot holes that I didn't really understand, but yeah.
Yeah. Good movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Whammy! 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 Whammy!
The wind is really windy.
Well, you know the old expression. Nope. Boy, that escalated quickly.
This week in Cam's news, a raw chicken experiment, divorce on the aisle, $250 million re-signing for a podcast, and the first Neuralink chip into someone's brain.
Sounds like a great news week.
Let's unpack it. Raw chicken experiment. This guy, who's just started his own Instagram account, is doing this experiment where every day he records himself eating raw chicken until he gets a tummy ache for science. And right now he is currently on day 16 of eating raw chicken.
What? Doesn't that kill you?
Well, that's the thing. He's 16 days in and he's feeling great.
What people do for followers, honestly.
No, he's going to be a Nobel Prize winner.
Okay.
So we'll keep following that and giving updates on that, but I think he's going to keep going.
So he hasn't been sick yet.
No.
He's completely expelling the myths around salmonella.
He is.
Wow.
Nobel Prize winner right there.
Nobel.
Secondly, the fastest divorce ever recorded has just occurred. So as this couple at their wedding was walking down the aisle to be married.
Yeah.
The bride-to-be tripped over in the aisle, and then the groom called her stupid for tripping over in the aisle. And then straight after the wedding, she went and asked for a divorce.
Why did she just
36 minutes after the wedding, new world record.
Why didn't
my
they just not get
God.
married? Because like you're still in the middle of the. I guess she had to go through the wedding.
Yeah.
She would have already had thoughts before the wedding. She didn't want to get married. Like, I reckon it would have hit her just then. Because how can you make a decision so quickly?
Psych.
She just saw the future and just saw unhappiness.
No, because she
He
tripped
called
over and
it,
got
he
ridiculed.
belittled her in front of
Yeah.
friends and family.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
$250 million re-signing for the world's number one podcast. Can you
Campbell,
guess?
stop talking about me, please. You don't want to. I don't want everyone to hear.
Joe
about my
Rogan on
contract here.
Spotify has just extended his contract for $250 million.
Ridiculous.
Imagine if that was
Really?
us.
Ridiculous.
He does have quite a good
$250 million over how long?
I think the first one was 3 years, so I'm going to guess 3 years again. And then lastly, for my part of the news, the first Neuralink has been successfully
that.
implanted into someone's brain.
Wow.
Wow.
That's huge.
That actually is
That
pretty cool.
Give some background for people.
I don't
that
know
aren't so
if
behind
that's cool because it's good. The first usage of Neuralink, I think, is going to be really, really good for society because it's going to help people who are blind, who have spinal issues and stuff, like reconnecting neurological pathways, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's for paraplegic, quadriplegic.
But once those people are sorted, then it's going to start being for people like as a second phone where they can simultaneously, like through their minds, text, communicate with other people without speaking. And when it gets to that, I think that's just going to be like the end of humanity.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of a over
Exaggeration.
exaggeration.
But for me, this is like out of a horror movie where once it's in your brain, they're just going to flip some switch where they can start controlling you.
But who's going to flip the switch?
AI is going to take over. Is that what you're saying?
It could be AI.
Who's going to flip the switch?
Maybe
that's gonna
AI
take over?
becomes autonomous and then decides to flip the switch.
I think if humans are capable enough to make this sort of technology, I think they're capable enough to stay in control of it. I'd like to
Ooh.
think so.
Until the technology becomes more capable of the maker.
But it doesn't. It can't become. It's not going to become conscious.
Like when the student
know how it
becomes the master.
so. So this technology, it's connecting. Is it like a Stephen Hawking thing where you think and then?
I'm a bit scared.
I'm gonna have to do a bit more research.
I am too,
but
to be
Would you
honest.
get it? Would you put a Neuralink in your head?
I'd have to read more into it.
What
and
would it?
stuff,
What
but-
capabilities would it give us? Just being able to.
Access. It'd be like Google in your head. Access. To
Being able to be invisible
You can Google in your head.
Right, what?
might make you
As in,
invisible.
if you want to, if you're having a conversation with someone and then you want to go, what is the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo? You can just,
So it's like having an AI in your head.
yes. So we're becoming
I
cyborgs.
thought it was.
What
Just,
is the capital,
I thought it
Campbell?
was just.
As the host of this
Oh,
podcast,
Julius is really good at capitals. Actually, let's test this right now.
Democratic Republic of Congo. I think it's Kinshasa.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
I think it's Kinshasa.
Say it louder.
Kinshasa or something.
Okay, let's go.
You know what? You want me to tell you why?
Capital. No. Just go. Capital of Eritrea.
Nah.
Oh, boo. Capital of Tajikistan.
I think it's like Bishkek or something like that. Yeah.
Capital.
That might
of,
be Kyrgyzstan.
Capital of Libya.
Libya. Tripoli.
All right.
I actually do know
Sports
that.
news.
Anyway,
Julius, go.
sports
That's
news.
crazy. How do you know all those capitals, Julius?
Oh, a great Scotchman, James Hindle, used to teach us a bit in history. So yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out.
If he's
It was his
watching.
birthday on Friday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jindal.
Jindal.
All right. So in sports news,
Hang on. Do we have a sting?
do we have
for
to do the
this?
thing?
Julius, take over sports news.
Yeah.
Do it!
Jesus Christ.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
All right. Thanks for the intro. So first
going
thing,
great.
first,
Well, that wasn't a great introduction to Julius's sports news.
I would try a different one.
Yeah, boy.
Julius's news.
Woohoo! Julius sports news.
all right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing, this time last week, Shamar Joseph bowled the West Indies to their first test win in Australia for 30 years, which is actually kind of insane. I know not everyone here is a cricket fan, but but actually this is like just a story of like good sports, good athleticism in general. Basically, he's from a place that takes 2 days on a boat to get there. It starts with a B or something, from Barbados. So it takes 2 days on a boat.
Bermuda Triangle.
Could be, yeah. So you have to take a risk to get there. And it's like the most remote you can think of. Apparently they only had TVs there like 2 years ago. They started having TVs there.
Crazy.
He used to have to bowl with fruit, stuff like that. So there used to be some pretty scary people because he can bowl very quick. But basically, yeah, they basically brought him over. He'd only played 2 first-class games, which is insane because most of the time, like if you're playing for Australia, you've already played here. You've already played probably 40 Sheffield Shield matches or something, but he's played 2. He's come in against the best team in the world, Australia, and he's the night before he's pretty much broken his toe from a Mitchell Starc Yorker, and then the next day he just rocks up. He's not even at the ground when it starts, and he takes 7 wickets and wins the game for them. So
Yeah, wild,
Yeah, that was actually quite wild. Even if you're not like a Test cricket fan or anything, it's pretty crazy. It's a good story anyway.
It is
so.
that freak athleticism, how they're just
They are freaks.
It proves that you can have talent without training.
Absolutely.
Nature versus nurture.
Yeah,
Nature.
That's a good debate.
Nature.
Yeah. All right, and the next thing, it was actually on a few days ago on the transfer deadline day for the Premier League, for the Soccer League, so everyone expected a big trade to happen there, but the big announcement was Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari in the Formula One. I know there'll probably be more Formula One fans here than cricket fans, but
Do we have Italian music?
yeah, do we have Italian music or not? No.
No.
But yeah, Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari. We do.
Yes, we do. I guess it's kind of, this is more
Spanish.
flamenco Spanish, but that's okay.
So 2025 onwards. So this season he's still in Mercedes. He's been there for 14 years, I think, won 6 championships. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Personally, I'll be going for Leclerc more because I don't really like Hamilton.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Italians are going to, like the Ferrari fans are going to kind of go with it because they're so used to him beating us.
But it's such a crazy thing that they do in the F1 that they announce it before the season started, which completely like, disincentivizes Carlos Sainz is the driver now, who I love.
Yeah, I do
Leclerc,
too.
Sainz, the handsome boys. Love them as a duo, and he's got to drive a year now knowing that he's not going to be driving for Ferrari the year after. It's just completely like, surely he would just lose all of his motivation.
Oh no, he'd want to show why they made a mistake making that decision. But the other thing, I saw a funny meme about Lewis Hamilton. So I was watching like a meme of him, a recap of him going to Ferrari, and it's like he arrives on day 1 and he goes to the Scuderia Ferrari catering stuff and like orders like a vegan pizza or something, and it's just like an Italian guy, I think from The Godfather, just going, "Oh, mamma mia."
Is he vegan? Is Lewis Hamilton vegan?
Yeah.
And the other thing I'll say about him, I know Gianni kind of agrees. He's a bit of a he's all right. Like he conducts himself right. Every driver's arrogant, but I think he's a bit of a hypocrite outside of the F1 sphere. Like he says, apart from his driving, F1 driving, he's like almost 100% green. Like, you know what I mean? No emissions, whatever.
Yeah, but saying that is a complete, because they have to fly.
Yeah, no, I'm just
most ridiculous
outside of his business, right? So that's all the things, driving.
But you can say outside of my business, but your business could be
exactly.
fucking
So
jet engines.
Sebastian
right?
Vettel, right, has always said he's quite environmentally friendly now, but he's always admitted that, no, I'm not fully, because I did that as a job, but I still do other things when I have free time. I do things like plant trees and stuff. But Lewis Hamilton's like saying, like he's, Just Stop Oil. I think it was just like, I just completely disagree with stopping roads and stuff. But Lewis Hamilton's like on Twitter going, I love what these guys do. Like if you say that, you're on that extreme.
Are those the people that tie themselves to the track?
Yeah, and stop people from getting a job interview, stop ambulances from getting
And he supported that.
He said, I love what these guys do for the... Like, how dumb is
You heard
that?
it here first. Lewis Hamilton cancelled. Person of the week is back.
Person of the week is back.
Wow.
We're getting straight into it because we've missed it, and it's been
A long time.
person of the week. My person of the week is a bit of a sad one
Oh.
because one of my heroes died.
Oh, yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Apollo Creed.
Very sad.
Carl Weathers, the actor who played Apollo Creed.
And Chubbs in Happy Gilmore.
Chubbs.
It's all in the hips, Happy.
Did he get eaten by a crocodile?
No.
He passed away in his sleep.
Oh, that's what happened
peacefully.
in Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah, Happy Gilmore. Yeah,
But-
very sad. Yeah.
Apollo Creed, great actor, inspirational guy.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really love some of his work. His quote in, I think it's Rocky 3, "There is no tomorrow." one of my favorite movie quotes of all time, one of the best motivational scenes, I think, in cinema history. And it's quite sad to see him pass away because now for him, literally, there is no tomorrow.
Yeah. No. And I mean, 76, kind of young.
Well, he was like the anti-hero, right? Because he was like
No,
the villain in one of the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was the villain, but then he became
He
kind of
trained Rocky up to beat Clubber Lang.
Because it's the classic America versus the world kind of thing where they're like, oh, well, they're fighting each other, and then they're like, doesn't he go fight the Russian guy? And it's like Cold War metaphor.
It's because the Russian guy kills Apollo Creed in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
And then Rocky avenges him.
Damn.
I haven't watched this movie.
Rocky, you haven't watched the series of Rocky movies?
I
The
think I've only watched
greatest,
the
one of the
first one.
greatest sports series of all time when it comes to
My bad.
movies.
I will.
If you're at home and you haven't watched the Rocky series, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to really get some motivation to get after it.
I think he's in the Predator as well.
He is in Predator. Spoiler alert, he dies.
He
That's
does
my
it
person of the week, so please vote for him. He will be missed.
I'm sure he'll be really appreciated if he gets voted for person of the week.
Yeah.
He will.
Okay. Well, my person of the week, and this is a weird out of left field, but some people might know what I'm talking about. T-Pain.
Tim Payne.
No.
The rapper.
T-Pain, the rapper.
I
So
don't
you know
know rappers.
T-Pain, how he's always got the... He's got the auto-tune. Do you know T-Pain?
He invented auto-tune and made it popular, like for rappers.
Oh, so he's basically the death of music then.
He's the pioneer of auto-tune.
Like, you know how he's just always
But
got
he's
the-
actually good. He's regarded as actually good.
So this is the crazy part. I've seen this thing. It's called T-Pain Above the Covers or Above the Sheets or something like that. And it's him covering all these songs without auto-tune, and his voice is incredible. So I've come complete 180 flip on T-Pain. So everyone used to go, oh, this guy is fucking useless. All he does is use auto-tune. He's the death of music, as I'm saying, as I would have used to have said. But in this album, and he does a live performance, he covers War Pigs by Black Sabbath. He covers Don't Stop Believing. He covers Tennessee Whiskey. Sounds incredible. Like, his voice and his talent is so good, which is sad because he's robbed everyone of that talent. All these years he's used auto-tune. So if you haven't yet listened to it, you should listen to it. He is very, very, very good. And I think, I don't know, it's sad that he spent all those years using auto-tune because
He can actually sing? Or
he can actually
like,
sing.
Cover.
He can actually sing. It's really, 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 really,
From
really good.
Gianni
So
is-
vote for T-Pain.
So Julius.
What?
Johnny was telling me that you really wanted to come on to share an incredibly vulnerable yet hilarious
Oh, no.
story from your childhood.
Gianni, you're telling it, not me.
Oh,
I think you should tell it.
I think you should tell it, Julius.
No.
Really build it up. Okay, I'll start telling it,
And then you can bring it home.
you can bring it
You
up.
can bring the rain.
Okay.
So talking about embarrassing childhood stories, you know those ones where you know those times where you either go up and hug, I think most people have done it, you hug a random person thinking it's your mum or something
Oh,
like that.
that is bad.
This goes under the list of that sort of thing. So Julius and I used to do swim training together at
UWA.
UWA.
Yeah.
UWA Uni Swim. And you would have been about 5, 6 or 7.
I reckon year 1, 4. Yeah, I was in like...
Year
pre-
1 is not 4.
Oh, like pre-primary.
6. Let's say 6. You were 6.
All right, whatever.
All right. And when you're really, really young, obviously you go into the change rooms with your mum, and then obviously at some point you got to graduate and go into the boys' change room.
And that point's different for everyone.
And that's point's different for everyone. Some people only start doing that at 12.
Or 15,
Sorry,
like
sorry.
in Julius's case.
No, Julius was 6.
Out of 1 before that.
Anyway, so this would have been one of the first times probably going into the boys' change room, and he's with me, so I'm looking after him as the good older brother I am. And so Julius, what happens? What happens when we walk into the
All right.
bathroom?
So I walk in, right? And like basically not in my eye line, but like kind of in front, there's just this bloke. He's getting changed, right? And I don't know, because I've just like come into the change room and like, you know how young kids just like stare sometimes like at people for no
Yeah,
reason.
and you're
it's
6
kinda-
years old.
And we don't understand social cues and stuff, right? So yeah, I'm 6. So I'm just staring at this kid getting changed for some reason for a little bit of a moment. And then he's like, Perv, like as in pervert, obviously. So he's like going like perv, like what, stop. And then I think I don't know.
Say what you
perv
say.
is.
What do you say?
I say yes because I didn't know what perv meant first, and I misinterpreted what he said. I thought he said Perth, like he was asking, "Am I from Perth?" while he's getting shaved.
While we're all in Perth.
So I've gone
At
yes.
15 years old.
I've gone yes, and he's probably thinking, "Why is this young kid just
Perth?
said he's a
Yeah.
perv?"
It was like, Perth? Yeah. Perth's cool. Yeah. It's a cool place. Perth? Yeah. And I just remember going, because I knew what it meant. I was like, Julius, no. Julius, what the hell?
You just admitted to
What
something.
are you talking about? You just admitted to being a perv at 6 years old.
So I saw you had an interesting experience on the weekend. Was that the first time you've done one, an ice bath?
Yes, it's not the first time I've done an ice bath, but we had a recovery session. People would have seen it on our Instagram.
How long were you in for?
I went in for about 5.5 minutes. So
that's a
shout
long
out to
time.
recovery labs in Subiaco. We went
And
with
shout out to Neurotify.
Collegians Football Club. Collegians Football Club. First shout out of the podcast. Where I'll be playing my footy this year. Went with a few of the boys there. Neurotify. Shout out Fletcher Gardner, who's behind Neurotify. But yeah, we had our running session and we went in and we did these compression things. So you put them on your legs and they go and compress.
Right, how do they go again?
Then you do, and then we had sauna, then we had ice bath. But yeah, it was good. Thanks for your interest in my ice bath.
Well,
It was cold.
the reason why I'm interested in talking about it is because Fletch was saying, and it was a great idea from our friend Fletch who runs Neurotify, check it out on Instagram,
Yep.
that we should do a Tux Talk and ice bath.
No, I'm not ruining my tuxedo.
No, as in we just wear the bow tie around our necks and just go
We
in
could
our
do
bathers.
that, yeah,
And
yeah.
then maybe we could do a bit of a collab with Fletch and he could talk to us about the benefits of it and it could just be like a sort of...
It'd be a very
mini
short
segment.
podcast because 5.5 minutes was
At the end, we
more
could,
than enough.
we could race to see who could stay in the longest.
I don't know if I want to do that. I think we're too competitive. I think we'd kill each other.
Come on, England. What? I just remember from the first.
I think
no,
that'd be
it's good. Yeah.
interesting.
We should go to Recovery Labs. We should get them on board as a sponsor.
That would
That was
be
nice.
wild.
Jesus.
Oh my God. It's back.
After comments, people asking where it's been.
So there's
to see
a
it
massive demand for Year of the Week on our podcast. Julius, you've listened obviously to Year of the,
Yeah.
Year of the Week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure you have. So I'm really sorry, guys. And this is a special message to all the people that support Year of the Week and want to see it back. So thank you so much for your support. Obviously, unfortunately, when we have guests on, we don't have time for Year of the Week.
we don't have
I
time
guess.
for the little guys.
We don't have time for the little guys, but I can make a promise to you whenever we don't have big guests on and we don't have 10 minutes to put aside for Year of the Week, we will have Year of the Week. Yeah, and obviously it's everyone's favourite segment, and I really appreciate the support. So keep commenting, keep smashing the like button. And the Year of the Week this week is the year 2000, the turn of the millennium.
Oh.
So...
Year
First of all-
what was the animal for that year? The Chinese animal.
I don't know, probably like a crab or something.
How do you know that? By the way?
It's on like
Year
a
of the Dragon.
It's on like a
Could be
13-year
dragon.
cycle.
Oh, is there like an animal every year in
Year of
China?
the Imagine.
We're Year of the Horse.
Year of the Imagine
2002.
Dragons. Year of the Imagine Dragon.
You could be Year of the Rat
Imagination
or something.
drag.
Imagination. Okay, so we'll
Imagine
start with
Dragons.
famous births in the year 2000. Addison Rae. Nice.
I feel a bit of a theme coming on.
Ice Spice.
Yeah.
Only 2 years older than us. Crazy.
Munch.
Lil Pump.
Oh, I remember
So-
that guy in like 2017. I don't know why.
People
Ever
born in
listened to
2000 didn't really add much value to the earth. Deaths.
Big call.
DJ Screw, a rapper. He died in the year 2000. Blue Demon, the wrestler. Yokozuna, another wrestler. So some big deaths in the year 2000. Onto movies. Does anyone want to have a guess at one of the top 5 movies from the year 2000? It's one of Campbell's favourite movies, obviously.
Fight Club.
It's got Christian Bale in it.
Fight Club. Oh, American Psycho.
American Psycho.
Great movie.
Yeah, that one of your favorite movies, Campbell?
I would say it's up there.
Good movie. Good movie. All right, there was also Scary Movie.
Oh,
Banger.
like the
That's a banger.
the parody thing.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Yeah.
Memento. We watched the other night.
Yes.
Yes, good
Christopher
film.
Nolan's
Christopher
first film.
Nolan film. Yep, Guy Ritchie. Great film. Would recommend. Obviously a massive mind F, but which
mind
Nolan movies
F?
are?
What's a
Let's have
mind
a
F?
let's have a little chat about Christopher Nolan. We also watched Tenet recently. Did you watch Tenet with us?
No, but I've seen it.
Yeah, crazy film.
I was watching Batman
haven't
Begins
watched
last night.
Well, those are like the most basic out of the when it comes to plot. When it comes to the plot and
Are you serious?
wrapping your head around
Have
it.
you seen The Dark Knight?
Okay, not the plot. When it comes to
Great
wrapping
movie.
When it comes to wrapping your head
is a good
around
movie.
the movie, that's got like the least kind of mind fuckery out of all of them, I'd say.
No, F, this time you're dropping the bomb.
Yeah, we can beep it out.
You want to beep it out?
I don't know. We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
Gladiator, Russell Crowe, Oscar-winning
Oh.
performance. Yep.
Yeah, good movie.
And Castaway with Tom Hanks. Top 5 songs of the year 2000. And I want Julius, I want you to do a little bit of singing, okay? So I want you to sing.
Oh god.
I want you to sing part of these songs if you know them. If you don't know them, you have to pretend that you know them and sing part of it, okay?
Was any Rolf Harris songs?
No. Campbell, you can help him with the singing. Okay. 5th biggest song of the year. Outcast and Bob. Bombs Over Baghdad. Julius, sing it.
I don't know this song.
Baghdad bombs. I don't know the song.
Oh boy. Okay, number 4. Eminem, Dido, Stan.
Some of them.
You know that song, Stan.
Rap God, isn't it? Can you stop?
Number 3. Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears.
Oh, I'm not singing it. I know the song. I'm not singing.
Oops, I did it again. Okay, number
actually not a
2.
bad song.
In Sync, Bye Bye Bye.
What about Kanye West's first album?
He's not in the top 5.
Kanye West is literally like so controversial.
So just speaking about that as well, and just mentioned Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. Have you heard about all the stuff about between those two that happened?
They dated or something.
I
did they?
saw a news headline about it when I was doing my research for Cam's News, but it wasn't tantalizing enough for me to click on it.
Didn't have enough material.
Intantalizing.
I'm making up words as we go.
Tantalizing.
Yeah.
So apparently he was just a terrible boyfriend, and apparently he made her get an abortion, as she writes in her
Justin
book.
Timberlake?
As she writes in The Woman in Me or whatever it's called.
Of course, she wrote a book.
So
Is she even sane enough to write a book?
cancel Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, that's actually
Bye,
interesting.
bye.
As
to
in
Justin
she
Timberlake.
wanted to have the baby?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, then
Wait, so how long were they dating, John?
Pretty
You
bad.
know?
I don't know. They were dating
Years?
around that time because they were probably two of the biggest pop stars in the world. And she writes a very.
I'm
forgiving
bringing
thing.
sexy back.
Yeah. All right, and the number 1 song. Say my name, say my name.
Oh, Destiny's Child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destiny's Child. So
Beyonce looks really
big
hot
songs.
right
All right, and now into events of the year 2000. And the main, I guess, event that I want to talk about in this year of the week is the massive anxiety that exists around the new millennium. So, have you ever heard about the Y2K conspiracy or the Y2K, I guess, concerns?
Heard of Y2K, but I don't know.
Isn't Y2K a rapper?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay, so in 1999, there were massive concerns about when Y2K occurred. There was going to be this massive apocalypse to do with, there was going to be a massive apocalypse to do with technology and whatnot. They were worried that there's this computer flaw because when computer programs were first written in the 1960s, engineers used a 2-digit code for the year, leaving out the 19. So as the year 2000 approached, people believed that they would not be able to interpret the 00 of the year 2000. They thought that the computer systems wouldn't be able to actually switch over into the year 2000. So you look at your computer or something and it goes 31st of December 1999, and then once it hits 12 o'clock, it would hit the year 2000. So there was a concern, a genuine concern, and it wasn't just a conspiracy. There was an actual concern by computer programmers that they wouldn't be able to, the computers won't be able to comprehend the year 2000. And obviously I need to do more research into this because I'm not making any sense, but the idea that was that computer systems' inability to distinguish dates correctly had the potential to bring down worldwide infrastructure for computer-reliant industries. Does that make any sense?
No, it does. That's what you mean. Yeah.
They were worried the clocks wouldn't be able to tick over to 2000.
Yeah, right.
It would be a pretty big change though from going from 1999 to 2000. Like,
Yeah.
it's in your head, but yeah,
But they thought it was going to be the end of the world.
yeah, interesting.
It didn't.
No,
The world is still
we're
spinning.
still here.
Other big
wasn't there.
events.
Fortunately.
Michael Jordan returned to the NBA with the Washington Wizards.
What? I thought he
Weird.
retired after the Jazz, the
Yeah.
championship. Did he
Lots of
actually
people forget
return?
about that, yeah.
So his last
He was
game
an
was
all-star.
with the Hornets.
I think he was an all-star with the Washington Wizards. He's averaged still over 20 points a game.
Not quite LeBron numbers like right now at 39 years old.
but
Go
just
LeBron.
the GOAT returning to the NBA with a different
playing
team.
right now,
Kinda
actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Chelsea beat Aston Villa in the FA Cup.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about it.
Unlucky Julius. And the Sydney 2000 Olympics happened, which was a great Olympics. Kathy Freeman,
In Sydney, yeah.
the 4x100, 4x200 swimming wins, the water polo, the women's water polo win. Anyway, so that was the year 2000. So just remember, Addison Rae was born. The Y2K disaster, that wasn't a disaster in the end because the computer programs ended up being reprogrammed to the new millennium. And no one significant really died. So what a great year.
Cool.
Julius, thoughts?
I agree. I think it's a big year. It's obviously starting new millennium. Just a shame Addison Rae and Ice Spice both had to be born on that year. Bring the reputation down. But yeah,
Scathing.
no. But yeah, good year. But you're quite a fan of Ice Spice, aren't you, mate? Eh?
Yeah, Ice Spice.
Yeah?
She's an inspiration.
Not
to-
as much of a fan as you are of Doja Cat.
Doja Cat's great, yeah. She's really transformed her music.
You wouldn't think it, but Gianni is a secretly
not-
huge.
Yeah, he's played Panthers
His
Hammered a
favorite,
few times.
his favorite song was also the Triple J Hottest 100 winner.
It's not my favorite song, but it's good
it's
because
your favourite song.
So her deal is that she was on TikTok a lot, her music and kind of like rubbish songs, and then apparently what she's done is she did that to try and get her name out there, and she's like, I was just becoming famous, and now that I'm famous, she's gonna really like show off more of her rapping skills with songs like Paint the
So
Town
that's-
Red, Attention.
That's kind of
Things.
like us with this podcast.
Trying to break into the yeah.
And then we can focus on actually being good once we have a fan base.
Yeah, well, I think we already are good. This episode's been flawless.
Optimism, I like it.
Optimism, Oppenheimer. Yeah. No, I like Doja Cat. She's talented.
Well, that was
she can
great.
rap and sing.
And twerk.
So can Ice Spice and Addison Rae.
Yeah,
Ice Spice can't sing. Addison Rae can't rap or sing. Probably.
he was saying.
Addison Rae's an artist. She's got songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but she can't sing.
Wait, she has songs. Hold on, what?
Huge call.
Does she sing? Addison Rae.
Imagine how much money she'd make if she had an OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
my God,
Campbell.
That would be she'd be. Do you know who the number one OnlyFans one is? Can you guess?
No.
Iggy Azalea. Whatever you say. Iggy Azalea.
No way, she's become.
Azalea.
Yeah.
Is that how bad her
She's the
music career
number.
went?
She's the number one OnlyFans like model.
But she used to be a. What has she not? She's not doing very well with her music.
She's
obviously.
getting back at Playboy Cardi.
Did she date her?
They had a kid together.
Oh, I had no clue.
Damn.
Have you guys seen the clip?
The
No,
ones,
no,
that,
have
got,
you
the
seen
ones
the-
that got away.
And
Have you-
Tiger's one of the top ones as well. He's the top male one. Tiger,
God.
Tiger, the rapper dude.
What a sad
I
world we
don't
live in.
know. Yeah.
What a sad world we live in that
no,
people
have
can
you
go
guys
and
seen
start
the-
making money on OnlyFans?
Have you guys seen the clip? I think it's James Franco or something, and I think it's like a show. Like it's
Great
not.
guy.
You look
And
like
he's like-
James Franco, actually.
Is it James Franco? He's from The Interview.
I'm
Yeah,
funny
yeah,
enough.
James
Yeah,
Franco.
yeah. So he's like to
Oh,
Iggy
James is the one that slept with the
yeah,
actors.
yeah.
I don't know. James Franco is the
Yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
in the interview.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so he's got Iggy Azalea on the show, and he's like, you speak really good English, And then she's like, that's because I'm from Australia. I won't swear, but you're an idiot. Which is quite funny. It just shows Americans sometimes are a bit ignorant and think that we don't speak.
I think that
English.
was the movie.
James Franco.
Was it The Interview? Oh, it's from The Interview.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
did interview and they get Eminem.
That
on.
wasn't a real interview.
No, I know it wasn't a real. That's why I said it. It's like a.
And he goes to North
Hey,
Korea.
it's okay,
He
bud.
didn't. James Franco
It's
didn't
okay,
actually. James Franco didn't actually go to North Korea to talk to Kim Jong Un and kill Kim Jong Un.
Okay, yes, Johnny, I know.
He was busy sleeping with his film students.
They hate us because they ain't
Wait,
us.
Yeah, he's been cancelled for all that stuff.
He's been cancelled for a few things, I think. Yeah.
Cancel culture, huge.
Cancel.
I love it.
Who did we cancel earlier? You cancelled
Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton.
And then
No,
I
'cause
cancelled.
he's the
Who
one
did I
trying to cancel others.
Justin
Ice Spice.
Timberlake.
JT.
No, Ice Spice is fun. Justin Timberlake for
Giddy.
ruining.
No, Giddy's he's been vindicated of his stuff.
Yeah, no. I actually like
But
it.
in the eyes of in the eyes of the media, in the eyes of social media, which is one of the most
Ruthless.
important. Yeah,
He's a
Ruthless
ruthless
Social
place.
justice warriors.
He will never ever be innocent.
If you guys have any feedback for us, or any segments that you want us to bring back, or any ideas for segments, or any topics just in general that you'd want us to bring up, please let us know, because we're more than open to it.
And you know what we'll start doing? We'll start dropping in maybe little things in our Instagram saying year of the week. Like you can suggest years of the week or
Hot
famous
topics.
events or like people of the week.
Or if we have a theme coming up, we might ask for some stories that we can share.
We
Like
wanna
if you have
hear
any
from you.
embarrassing stories, we want to hear from you guys.
Yeah. So now that we've got 100 subscribers, which is a great result, great achievement, we can
Huge.
start interacting. So hop on our Instagram and if you want to be part of the show, drop in a suggestion or if we're asking for stories or people of the week, drop in people of the week and we'll try and get to them. And
We really want to build our interactivity with our audience.
Good word, that.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir.
Next up, 100K.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, there's like 200, 300.
I think next up would be 101 subscribers first.
Next
Yes.
up,
We'll
next
take
up,
it one sub at a time.
Next
Yeah.
up are weddings.
Maybe we'll do
Don't trip in the aisle.
maybe we'll do a tux talk at a wedding.
Maybe we'll do a tux talk at a wedding.
Maybe we'll do an ice bath tux talk.
Come on, is
Maybe
my
we'll do a tux talk at a
boyfriend-
bar
If
mitzvah.
you guys have any tux talk suggestions that you think would be great, let us know, because we're open to giving you guys what you want. Well, guys, thanks for viewing today's episode. I know it's been a bit of a disjointed one, but thank you for
Don't
sticking
say
with us.
that.
Just the production of today was a bit disjointed, but we made it work, and I'm really happy we did. I'm really grateful for you being here, Julius, because
Thanks,
I really
mate.
had a great time.
Thanks.
It was more of an acoustic version.
I was like a
It
substitution.
a cappella.
Yeah. So over the next few weeks, we're going to have some good guests on. So make sure you're staying tuned, because it's going to be an exciting next couple of months.
And thanks for your support so far.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see where this can go. Bottle flip.